And we're live again.
All right, round two.
We did it. Hooray.
We did it.
Yay.
Long time no
We
talk.
just finished,
Hi, guys.
Yeah, we just finished talking over the Game Awards.
Yep.
Jeff Keighley joint.
Yep. True.
All your gaming news comes from there, apparently, because a lot of stuff got announced.
A lot of stuff got announced. Yeah, it was a pretty exciting show. I enjoyed it. I definitely had a few like, whoa moments.
Me too.
And we recorded ourselves, which I think will also end up on this feed if you want to like.
There will be an audio-only version.
Time.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll put up the audio on this feed.
Yep.
And then you can listen to us, but you should listen to us while watching it, like director's commentary style.
Exactly.
I guess you could just listen to us, but you're just going to be like, there's a lot of silences for a couple minutes and just, weird stuff like that. Like when Phoenix started playing and we all went and had like a bathroom break. Or whatever
To
else.
be fair, I really had to go at that point. It had been like 2.5 hours. So
Yeah, it went till like 8:45 my time, and it started at like 6, so almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Long show.
3 hours of non-stop gaming.
Yeah, and we have a lot to talk about, so let's just dive right into it. It's December 7th. It's the last month of the year. John Wheeler's here, Paul Fleck's here.
Hi.
I'm here, Sean Booker. And let's just start. John, what have you been playing?
Honestly, not all that much. Still playing through Yakuza 0. Still playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Okay.
So now I'm just really been covering games I've been working through for game clearing, which was Mega Man X6 this week.
Okay. So this game you never played before or never beat before?
Never beat before. So X6 and X7 are the only core Mega Man X games I never beat.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I figured with the announcement of, I guess we'll talk about that in news later. With all the announcements we had regarding Mega Man, I figured it'd be a good time to try to play through a Mega Man game I hadn't beaten, which ended up being X6.
Sure.
It's a pretty rough around the edges game.
I believe that.
And it makes me sad that the only one I have left to beat now is the one that's worse.
Yeah.
But then you're free.
True.
Yeah.
But like, man, X6, like everyone was warning me, like as soon as you can, stop playing as X, like stop playing him in his own game.
Yeah.
And they were right. They were really right. As soon as we got 0, it became way better.
Who are the bosses in that one? I don't actually remember. I can't distinguish them.
The only one I can remember is Metal Shark player Blaze Heatnix. Captain Yamato or Yamoto.
Okay.
Sheldon or something like that. The translation was pretty bad. Like a lot of the names also are super unmemorable. I actually have to look this up.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think I remember any. To be honest with you, I played this game once and I didn't beat it either. For what that's
Commander
worth.
Yamark, Ground Scaravich, Blaze Heatnix, Blizzard Wolfang, Rainy Turtloid, Metal Shark Player, Shield Sheldon, and Infinity Migignon.
Shield Sheldon. All right.
I know. Cool. Yeah.
NBC's new jam, obviously, after Young Sheldon's failure.
Yep. I think it's actually CBS.
Same thing.
Anyway.
Don't give a shit.
I get your point.
Yep. Great.
So game clearing, what are you at now?
I got 4 games left to clear for the year.
Okay. So 1 a week? Well, actually, at this point, a little more than 1 a week.
Let me make sure that's actually 1 a week because
Well, there's about 3 weeks left in the year.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think there's 4 left. So I can't remember now.
Okay.
But yeah,
do you have like a final game, like a special one planned?
No, originally I did, but it was not a good option for it. Originally we were going to do Action 52 for number 52, but that's not really a game you can finish. So,
right. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm missing 4 games.
I know I was going to give you a suggestion. I can't think of anything, so I failed you. Also,
a bunch of people suggested I do a Suda 51 game for 51. And
are there any that you haven't beaten? Okay.
I never beat Live Up Chainsaw. I never played Killer is Dead, and I have never played Flower, Sun, and Rain.
I hear Killer is Dead is awesome.
Really? Because I heard a lot of things when it first came out, so I never played it.
Okay. I just heard it was like a really cool like story and everything game. Like
Killer is Dead could be cool.
Yeah, maybe. I'll
Yeah.
see how long that game is, and maybe.
Sure.
why don't you play through Bullet Witch?
Isn't that one like
Yeah.
super long?
I don't know. I know it's bad.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a bad game.
No, I thought it would be funny if I recommended Bullet Witch. So I mean, it was just a joke.
Surprised you didn't go for 99 Nights too.
Haven't you beaten that thing like 1,000 jillion times?
I've never played 99 Nights too.
Yeah, I don't believe you. So
No, I haven't. You can check my achievement list if you want.
And the joke continues. 2017.
have you played anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
No. All right, Paul, what have you been playing?
Let's talk Hearthstone Dungeon Run, because that's what I played earlier today. The Catacombs and Kobolds and Catacombs is out, the free update. So you can go ahead and play that single-player content. And it's totally fine. It's exactly what they said it would be. You play against...
Is this free?
Yeah. You
Cool.
just download it, yeah. It's an update or whatever. So you play against bosses.
Well, they've had paid expansions.
Yes, but this one is not. This is a free thing.
Cool.
So yeah, you play against bosses that get harder and harder as you're going through a dungeon, and after you beat each one, you get like a prize essentially, which is like a card that's pretty powerful, and then a like set of 3 cards that you can add to your deck. And there's like 9 cards total, but they're split up into 3 groups of 3, depending on like what your play style with what you're trying to build is. It's kind of like this weird single player arena mode. It's cool. It's a reason to play that game. So yeah. The big one has been Nier. I've been playing more of Nier.
Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit of it as well.
I finished Route B on Tuesday, I think it was. And
yeah, I'm a little. We talked a little bit earlier. I'm a little bit past where you are because you haven't started the 3rd playthrough
at all. You're right.
And I'm about an hour, maybe 2 at most, into playthrough C. What'd you think of playthrough B? Because I hated it.
Playthrough B was fun. I really like the hacking. I think it does a nice little change on the combat. I think it's cool learning more about that world by like learning, or not learning, but like being able to listen and like access memories and files and stuff like that as 9S. It's
right, but that only, I mean, no spoilers. Don't talk about what you do in it.
Right. I mean, you
like,
hack.
I think
you hack instead of use a sword. So
around like the 75% mark, they do actually like change things up, and then it gets real cool. And I was messaging you on Discord about that. It's so much of the same game again that I was just like, this is like a slog to get through. I hate doing this.
But throughout the world, you're able to actually like get more story by hacking different robots that are hanging out and seeing what they're thinking, and it's actually expanding onto the world.
Oh, okay. I never did any of that.
Also, there's no point in doing the side quests again because they're literally the same. Well,
right.
From the ones
you can kind
I
of
did.
continue where you left off. Like
Yes.
a lot of the times you'll already like have what they need.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I thought it was totally fine. If it was as long as the first time you go through it, it would have been way worse, for sure. It was pretty fast. It was like, what is it? Maybe 4 hours as opposed to.
I think it took me longer than that.
Oh, really?
It's only shorter because you kind of know where to go, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's actually like. I guess there's like 1 or 2 sections near the end that they get rid of for story reasons, but for the most part, it's the same game again.
Yeah.
But playthrough C, like it is completely different.
Right.
Like it picks up at the end of the 2 playthroughs, and it just continues on from there. So it is completely different, and I'm way into that.
Right. So for anybody listening that's kind of wondering, playthrough A and B, the way they end is kind of like chapter 1 or the first half, essentially. And then the rest is the rest of the game. Which is why if people were saying that like they beat Nier and they played through Route A and then they like did a review on it, they missed out, I think, on
I don't think
that
anyone's
full
doing
game.
that. I think everyone
There
knows.
were.
Because it even says at the end of playthrough
they know
1,
now.
you should play it again.
Yeah. No, there's people that didn't.
Oh, was there? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your game clock at? Do you have any idea?
game clock. Like I could look up Steam
Like
right
how many
now.
hours you put in? It's not a big deal. I think I'm around 22 hours into it.
I'm probably at
get where I'm at?
18 or 19, I would assume.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I can give you an accurate number in a second, but
it's not a big deal.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to play through C. I heard it's roughly in between as long as B and A are, somewhere in the middle there. So people are saying
I heard it was shorter, but I didn't think B was that short. So
people are saying 6 to 8 hours for C, and that seems fine and doable. So
that's longer than I've heard. The other ones seemed like they were about 6 to. No, I guess they were closer to like 10.
I'm at 20 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
That's
still
about right.
enjoying it though, or I guess enjoying it again?
Yeah, like I said, B was kind of a bummer, but after that last quarter, and then C definitely got me going again.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's all I've been playing. So what else have you been playing?
Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of stuff this week.
All right.
So Nier, obviously, and then Getting Over It by Bennett Foddy came out officially.
Yep.
I think you could have gotten through like a Humble Bundle thing back in October.
Yep. That's right.
It's fully out now on Steam and iOS, which is where I'm playing it, which is weird. But for those who don't know, Bennett Foddy made QWOP.
Yep.
And this is his new game, in which you play as a shirtless man in a jar with a sledgehammer.
Yep.
In a cauldron, yeah, but a cauldron's a big jar, okay? Like
you're not wrong.
So I've been hearing about this game for a while. I did not realize it was a remake of the game.
It's not a remake, and even so, I'll touch on that in a second. So you have a sledgehammer, and you're trying to climb up a mountain of rocks and trees and garbage. And the way it controls, so I'm playing it on my phone, which is totally fine actually. Okay. I was worried about that. I was trying to find anyone talking about like, is it okay or is it going to be harder than a mouse? And it's been totally fine. So you'll figure. I'm going to talk in terms of the touchscreen, but you can kind of figure out how the mouse would work. You press down, and then that's basically where like the head of your hammer is.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like you touch and the head of the hammer goes there. It's just when you touch down, you are now controlling the head of the hammer. And then as you slide your finger, the head of the hammer will move that way. So let's say his arms were like straight out, like to his left. And if I touch down and then make like a semicircle corner, he'll like move his elbows up so that the hammer can be straight down. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then you can do things like if you kind of swing it forward and then you kind of flip over, you can kind of like swing up, similar to what's the man climbing? Mount Your Friends. How you'll kind of connect on and then you can use momentum to swing yourself up. You can also do stuff where you put the sledgehammer down and then push off of it to kind of jump.
Okay.
And then at the same time, every few minutes, there's a narrator speaking to you, similar to the beginner's guide. And he touches on how this is a homage to a game called Sexy Hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he talks about his feelings towards that game and what he's doing in relation to that game. So he definitely touches on that. And, the way he puts it is it's not a remake. It's just an homage to that game.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, he would know.
The narrator will just talk about like kind of random things. Like the first thing he talks about is just like the concept of like losing something, whether it be like deleting your homework the night before it's due or something like that, or forgetting your wallet somewhere.
It's all stuff that when you fail is to enrage you, basically. It's basically rubbing in snarkily that failure.
No. Because this
get
this
further
will happen at any point. It's like weird, like kind of almost like philosophical, just like narration. Because like I said, he'll just talk about sexy hiking. So it's very similar to like the beginner's guide and like what he's trying to do with this game. Whereas the beginner's guide, he was talking about his game. It's just like listening to a person that just kind of have a thought process with these like farther reaching concepts, which is kind of interesting. So I'm enjoying it. I hate, however, that you have to start over every time you open the game, which I understand it's trying to be real hard. It straight up says, I made this game for a certain type of person,
right,
to hurt them. Like,
I mean,
he's totally upfront about this is an extremely hard game.
It is the game that literally at the last
Quap.
jump of the game, you can fall all the way back to the beginning. He doesn't give a shit about any of that.
Wow.
I didn't know that because I've definitely gotten nowhere near the end of the game.
I've seen it happen, and it's the worst looking thing in the world, and it's real funny.
I mean, you would expect something hard from the maker of Quap, obviously.
Totally. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I would say this game controls better than Quap because Quap's whole thing is this game does not control very well.
Right.
But so, and I understand why I shouldn't be allowed to start from wherever I left off. It's just, it makes it a little hard for me to want to play it because I know if I want to get anywhere with this, I need to just like sink hours into it in one go.
As a mobile game, it's real weird.
Yeah, especially on my phone. But at the same time, you know, there's different things you would expect from a PC game versus a mobile game, and I wouldn't want him to change it just for this platform. Like, he has this vision. It's just, it makes it hard for me to want to go back to every time because I get to hear the same narration each time. I go over the same obstacles each time, and it's like, I kind of just want to see the rest of it. Like, let me bang my head on one obstacle, and if I fall all the way back, that's on me. And and that's fine. Like, that's on, like, I'll climb it up again. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're this funny looking shirtless dude in a jar climbing up a mountain with a sledgehammer, and that's an amazing concept.
Yep.
Like, that's great. Right. So that's called Getting Over It by Bennett Foddy. I would recommend looking it up. It's on Twitch because you know, Twitch streamers love reacting heavily, and this is a game that just pisses people off.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Anyway, I think it's $8 on Steam right now, and it's $5 on iOS. And actually, Zach Gage worked on the iOS port, and he's done plenty of other stuff. Football Solitaire I talked about recently, and there was one other developer who worked on the iOS port, but I forgot his name at the moment.
Okay, cool.
I've also just today started up Reigns, Her Majesty. Yeah. So the sequel to Reigns. Yep. And from the little bit I've played, I probably put maybe like 2-3 hours into it. It's Reigns again, but it's just like way better. Okay. Like the writing is just way more interesting. There seems to be more of like a narrative through line. Like, there's this weird like lady of the woods who is trying to speak to you through, and she can transform into animals and stuff. You have an inventory now, and you can actually take items out of the inventory and put them on the card you're playing, and that'll interact with the person you're talking to, depending if you play a correct card, a correct item to the correct card. It's $3 or $4. I think it's $3. It's on iOS. I don't know if it's on Android.
It is,
but it that's great. If you are a fan of Reigns, I would highly recommend getting Reigns, Her Majesty, because it is hitting all the buttons and then some in a really great way. Like, they put a few interesting additions to it that I really quite like. And you play as the queen, so people are just like talking down to you because you're a woman, but you can just like sass them back, or they'll be like, isn't your shirt cut a little low? And you can literally just be like, screw you. So sometimes I'll straight up just do that, even though it's not going to be great for my like resource management. Right. And yeah, so tons of great new characters, tons of cards and stuff. I was a big fan of Reigns last year. I think it was on my top 10. I'm a big fan of this one.
It's on Steam as well, just as a heads up to people on PC.
Oh, I didn't know it was on Steam. How much is it on Steam?
$3.39 Canadian. So I guess
It's probably American, around $3 American. Yeah. So probably same thing. Yeah. Yeah. I would recommend Reigns, Her Majesty quite a bit. There's one thing I was going to say about it, but it just slipped my mind. I don't know. I lost it. Last thing I've been playing is I started up Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment.
Ooh, okay.
Which is the third one. So there's main one, there's Plague of Shadows and Spectre of Torment. Yeah. I haven't played Plague of Shadows, and I hadn't played Spectre of Torment, and I decided to do Spectre of Torment because it looked cooler.
I heard Spectre is better of the two.
I didn't know that, but one was like, this guy fights with bombs, and this dude fights with a scythe. And I was like, scythes are way cooler than bombs. So I decided to start that one up. There's like 9 levels or whatever. I finished 2 of them. Mm-hmm. The scythe, I can't remember the guy's name.
Spectre Knight.
Spectre Knight. Okay, Spectre Knight. It's a prequel, but I couldn't tell you anything that really happened in Shovel Knight. That was years ago. But Spectre Knight's ability is any enemy or certain like wall items. If you jump towards them, you can hit the attack one, and you'll do like a dash through them, which will do damage and like send you flying. So you kind of get a double jump every now and then. And then so some enemies you can like jump between back and forth, and it makes boss fights really cool because often the only way to like dodge them is to do a dash attack through them. But you know, it's Shovel Knight again. Same great platforming, same great look and music. And I'm playing it on the Switch, which is just fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've only played a little bit of that one, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing a lot more of that.
Cool.
That's all I've been playing. So let's go into this mountain of news.
Oh man,
we have so much to talk about. And let's just talk about the big one up front.
Yep.
The Game Awards just happened. As we mentioned, we talked over it.
Yep.
They announced a lot. It was a pretty enjoyable show. Mm-hmm. And whoever from people who are listening, they know we did predictions. Yep. Which Paul's bringing up, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking for them right now
to see who was right, who got the most right, or whatever. But we'll also talk about what was announced. So, Paul, I don't know what you have in front of you, but why don't you just start with whatever you want to?
Yeah, I'm looking for because it was what's it called? There, okay, I found it. Okay. So best Chinese game, I guess. Well, I started from the bottom and went to the top. We were all wrong. It was that JX whatever that isn't a real word. It was just letters. John and I both said King of Glory because League of Legends clone, and you said Monument Valley because that's the only one we recognize.
No, I thought I'd said Icy, but I guess no. I think I changed my mind because it was a League type.
Yeah. So anytime you said that you changed your mind, I just took that one. I didn't write your original prediction. Just as
that's
a heads
fair.
up.
That's fair.
I
know there's one or two you wrote notes down for me. So.
Sorry.
I know there's one or two you wrote down notes for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to bring up the actual winner because some of these I need to like see who actually won because it wasn't very clear. I will say.
Yeah, they just like in the Oscars, they said some of the categories without like giving like a big announcement.
Yep. Best debut indie game. You two were right saying Cuphead. I wanted Hollow Knight so bad, and I was actually disappointed when it didn't win. But whatever.
I mean, you should have known. Cuphead's a darling currently.
It is. Hollow Knight's a better game, though. So
that's right.
That's
right, Paul. You should have known, and I hope you feel bad.
I mean, I don't care. But I'm just saying, I really wish Hollow Knight got its time in the sun, but it didn't, so whatever. Who cares? Best esports team. They didn't actually announce, like, as a big thing. It was Cloud9, and we were all wrong. John said Liquid, Sean, you said Lunatic, I said SK Telecom 1. We were all wrong.
I still don't know who any of these are, but okay.
Fair enough. Best esports player.
Liquid.
Me and John were right with Faker.
Yep.
And Sean, you were wrong with Cold Zera. You idiot. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's on me, guys.
Yeah, that's on. That's totally on you.
I put all this research into it. I should have known that.
Dude,
I didn't
totally.
prepare properly.
Totally. Best esports game. I said Counter-Strike. I was wrong. Sean, you said League. You were wrong. John was right with Overwatch.
Hey.
All right.
Hey. Hello.
Hey.
Swish.
Trending gamer. John said half coordinated, the speedrunner. Sean, you said what's good games, and I don't actually, unfortunately, know who that is.
Andrea.
Yeah. And I said Dr. Disrespect, and I was right. He was...
Yeah, I'm surprised. After I thought about it a bit more, like today I was thinking like, man, Dr. Disrespect's actually way more popular than I thought. It was totally was going to be him.
Yeah, dude, he's got those Twitter ads about him making burritos or something. I don't know.
He's crazy popular. Like, it's... Yeah, for sure.
What was he saying? His community's called like the Slick Daddies or something?
Yeah, he
said some weird stuff when he was on the stage.
He says
something like that.
Dumb shit. I don't know. I don't like his shtick, but I'm the minority, obviously. So, best student game. John and I both said Falling Sky because we liked the picture. I think that
I didn't say that. Okay.
You said From Light, And we were all wrong. It was Level Squared. So congratulations to Australian university people on that. Best independent game. We all said Cuphead. We were all right.
All right.
Most anticipated game. Oh, wow. We were actually all wrong. I said Monster Hunter World. Sean, you said God of War. John, you said Red Dead Redemption 2, and it was The Last of Us Part 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Best multiplayer hasn't been announced. They
What?
don't have a winner on their site. All right.
Well, that's a scratch.
Well, there you go. We
Just
all win.
Whatever I picked, just give it to me.
Okay. So, I mean,
No,
we all
it's fine.
picked the
It's
same
just
thing,
scratch.
so yeah, it's fine.
Oh, so it doesn't even matter.
No. Best sports / racing game, also on their site, does not have a winner. So,
Well, I
Awesome.
mean, that one dude did talk for a while, so they had to cut something, I guess.
yeah, they did. Best strategy game. Sean, you and I both said XCOM 2, and we were both wrong. John was right with Mario plus Rabbids.
I'm still surprised that one.
I'm not really. I just didn't play it, so, you know. Best family game. I hoped it would be Sonic Mania, so that's what I said, but you were both right saying Odyssey.
Sure.
Yep.
Even though I'm still not
So
sure what they
weird.
mean by family game, but
It must
that's
be
fine.
family-friendly game, because, like, you can't really...
Yeah.
E-rated probably.
Yeah.
E to
Okay.
teen.
So this is weird. Best fighting game doesn't have a winner on their site, but I remember them saying Injustice 2 won
Yeah.
as a throwaway comment. In which
Yeah.
case, Sean, you were right. I said Nidhogg
All right.
2 as a hope, and John, you said Tekken 7 because that was
Yeah.
the next likely.
Man, Nidhogg would have been cool. But yeah, they said Injustice 2.
Nidhogg would have been
At
hilarious.
least we think they said Injustice 2. They definitely said something about Injustice 2.
They said when Enbu came up, the winner of like the
Okay.
creator of like the fighting game of the year.
Okay.
Best role-playing game. Sean, I said Divinity Original Sin 2 because I was hoping against hope that would win. Sean, you just said, yeah, whatever, what he said. So you chose that as well. And John,
okay.
you said Final Fantasy 15, but your preference was Persona 5. That I made a note of for
Yep.
you. And
Yep.
Persona 5 was the winner.
That's what I thought.
Yep. Okay. Best action adventure game. You two said Breath of the Wild. I said Horizon Zero Dawn. Breath of the Wild won it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you thought Horizon was going to beat Zelda. Basically, that game
Yeah.
overshadowed it at every step.
Because I liked Horizon more than Zelda.
That's
Personally.
fair.
Wow.
That's
okay.
why. So, best action game. For some reason, Sean and I said Destiny 2, even though when we were talking over that part, we literally said there's no way Destiny 2 wins this. Like, what the comment was, Sean said, I don't think Neo will take this, and I said, I don't know, I could see all of these taking it, and then we both were like, except Destiny 2.
Yeah, no, I remember saying that. Yeah, that's right now.
So
yeah.
John was right by saying Wolfenstein 2, basically.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Best VR / AR game. I said Resident Evil 7. You two both said Star Trek. I was right with Resident Evil 7. Biohazard.
All right.
Best handheld game. We were all right by saying Metroid Samus Returns.
Yep.
Best mobile game. They don't have a winner for on their site. So, there's...
Yeah, I don't remember them saying it.
Yeah, I didn't remember that existing either, honestly. Moving on. Best ongoing game. The winner was Overwatch, and we were all wrong. I said Warframe, and you both said PUBG.
Wow.
Games for Impact. I said Hellblade. Sean said Night in the Woods. John said What Remains of Edith Finch. Hellblade was correct. Best performance. I said Melina Juergens for Hellblade. Sean, you said Ashley Birch. John, you said Laura Bailey. I was right with Hellblade. Best
And Hellblade
audio.
won more than I expected.
Best audio design. For some reason, they don't have a winner on their site, but I do remember specifically they said it was Hellblade because it won 2 awards.
They did say that. You're right.
Paul, which one was it you said that didn't have a winner? Because Best Mobile Game has a winner.
It's not on their site though.
It is. I loaded up their site. You might just want to refresh your page.
Okay. Well, either
it's
way.
Monument Valley 2. It's Monument Valley 2.
So you were right. Monument Valley 2 was what you guessed. Sean, you said Hidden Folks. I said Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh yeah, I remember being like, "Come on, Hidden Folks."
What were the other ones we didn't have a winner for?
Multiplayer game,
sports, and multiplayer.
Best sports racing game, Forza 7.
Wow.
We were all wrong by saying FIFA.
Oh, right.
Yep.
And best multiplayer game still doesn't have a winner.
All right.
Great. Well. Okay.
Hi, buddy.
So yeah, best audio design, like I was saying,
Bagel.
was given to Hellblade. I said Resident Evil 7. You both said Destiny 2. So we were all wrong on that one. Best score / music. We all said Cuphead, and we were all wrong. It was Nier.
Oh yeah, we were all surprised when Nier won that one.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones we were like, oh shit, all right. Best art
That's
direction.
the only thing Nier won.
Yeah. Best art direction. We were all correct by saying Cuphead. Because obviously, if there's one thing that was going to win, it should have been that, for sure.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
Best narrative. We all said What Remains of Edith Finch, and we were all correct.
Nice.
I'm still surprised that won, but good for them.
Yeah, for sure. Best game direction. John said Breath of the Wild, and he was right. We both said Odyssey, Sean.
Okay.
And then Game of the Year, we all said Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Odyssey got shut down, except for, I guess, Family Game. That's the only thing it won in.
Yep.
I think John got the most of those right.
Yep, probably.
Sounds like it, yeah.
All right, what news happened? And do you have it in order? Does it even matter?
Does it? No.
Do that.
Also, for people talking about the video, we know Skype sucks. Like, can't do anything about it.
Thought they were talking about the fact that Bagel is in half my feed.
No, it's that we're all frozen.
Hi, buddy.
So, what news happened? I'm trying to think at the beginning of it. The earliest one I can remember was the Zelda?
No,
before that?
So Zelda was announced. As of this recording right now, you can download that second DLC thing. That's a thing.
Shit.
Yeah, they did a trailer, and it looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
New dungeons, new costumes.
Yep.
You get a motorcycle.
Yep. Oh my god, I didn't write down the name of it though. Yeah.
It was like the Hyrule X0 or something silly like that.
It was something.
What? Sorry, wait.
It was something Master
I
Zero.
missed this because of the cat. What happened here?
Link has a motorcycle.
Heck yeah! Finally, they've been teasing that for years. They've been teasing that for years, straight up.
Yeah. Master Cycle Zero is what it's called.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Master Cycle Zero. Yeah, what a
That's
silly
the name.
And then they said, and it will be available tonight. And we were all like, what?
Yep.
That's crazy. And then I was like, there's too many games to play.
Yep.
Now I got to play more Zelda.
Yep. That's true. I'll go. There's a whole bunch of world premieres that happen. People can go to YouTube and check out the trailers or whatever they showed if they want to see them. But maybe in order of importance, World War Z was shown. And that looks...
We're starting from the lowest to the big top, right?
Kind of. I'm starting with early lowest because the better stuff's later anyway. So World War Z is coming out. Finally, a video game where you shoot a bunch of zombies a lot. Great.
Yep.
Try to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. Something about going to the bottom of the food chain. Oh well, or something. I can't remember. Dumb video game stuff. A bunch of VR stuff, including Vacation Simulator. Tastes like time off.
From Alchemy Labs that did Job Simulator.
That's right. Also from Justin Roiland, Accounting Plus is coming out. So for people that liked Accounting Plus is now.
This game looked weird. I didn't know what accounting was, but this game looks silly.
VR bullshit, basically. Just fun, weird, wacky stuff with Justin Roiland making voices, which is fine. I'm just saying that there's another one of those coming out. Starting to talk about stuff I got super into. but there was like nothing shown. From Software teased something, and all it said was shadows die twice.
Yeah, and there was some weird rope device that they literally showed like nothing.
People are speculating that maybe Bloodborne 2 teaser, and they'll talk more about it at the PlayStation Experience over the weekend. But nothing.
Wait, is that this weekend?
Announced. Apparently.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. In the Valley of Gods.
Oh yeah. The new game from the Firewatch studio, Campo Santo.
Yep.
Looks like another kind of narrative first-person thing. I loved Firewatch, so I'm excited.
Yep, for sure.
That comes out 2019, so no time soon.
The thing I basically screamed at was Bayonetta 2 with Bayonetta 1 as well included in the package deal or whatever.
Yeah, on Switch.
Which, Switch?
Don't care.
But then I was
super excited. That's amazing.
And then they showed Bayonetta 3 right after it.
I actually didn't play Bayonetta 2 very much.
Oh, okay. Well.
And plus, handheld. I would play through those again in handheld.
Yeah, I just don't. I stopped putting Wii U games on my Switch. I already played them on the Wii U. Like, come on, guy. Like, I know why you're doing it, but like, it just sucks for me.
Mm-hmm. And you are the most important person.
One more thing.
He did have one more thing, and that's that Bayonetta 3 is also coming out.
Yeah, she was like, fighting a ghost.
Which I didn't scream about because my heart stopped. So
you're dead now. You're a ghost.
I am
that
dead.
one I'm excited for. I'll play Bayonetta 3.
Speaking of dead, they showed a long trailer of Death Stranding, and there's way more questions out there now about what the fuck is going on.
You need to go out and watch this trailer. Like, you need to. I don't.
There's a
Let's try.
part.
What happens in it? So there's like weird ghosts.
Yeah.
Giants with hands for feet.
Yeah, there's weird, like, there's a weird like multiple eldritch horror things that are like invisible, shadowy people that like have their tendrils everywhere. Also, a baby, enormous,
and then
Reedus.
This one guy has like a baby thing strapped to his stomach, and then he gives it to Norman Reedus, and then Norman Reedus is in like the water, but then he's not in the water. Right. But then the camera goes into his mouth, and the baby's inside of Norman Reedus's throat.
Yeah.
And he gives you a thumbs up. And then it comes outside of the mouth. But then the baby's in the jar again, maybe. And then there's a giant there. But there's also 5 floating things.
This sounds like the most Kojima thing in the world.
It was ridiculous. You need to watch this trailer.
It honestly feels like maybe his whole time at Konami, he was being held back. And now he actually went crazy.
That's why I'm freaking excited to see Death Stranding, because it's gonna just be like a mind trip.
Yeah, it looks super weird. Super weird.
Yep. I'm excited for it. Also, I'm excited for Witchfire, which had a great fake out moment where it looked like it was going to be just another walking simulator, because it said the people that made Ethan Carter, and then a gun pops out and you start shooting demons, and it's like, and also Painkiller. Just like, oh, okay.
Nope. Okay.
It's dope.
That's a crossover. That's a crossover I didn't expect.
It was fucking dope.
I keep mixing up Ethan Carter. What's the other like first person narrative game where you're walking around like that like British town and everyone's gone? Oh, everyone's gone to the Rapture. That's what I kept thinking.
Yep.
That's not that game. I never played Ethan Carter. Or well, maybe I did.
I think you played the other one. Because the other one was free on PlayStation Plus.
No, I definitely played Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
Yeah.
What's the one where you're like climbing like electrical towers or something, and you're on a beach for a bunch of it? Is that not Ethan Carter? What am I thinking of?
I don't remember.
Okay, well.
No.
Anyway.
Witchfire looks great. And then...
Yeah, you said it's from the Painkiller guys?
Yeah. A game was shown that looked suspiciously like Payday 2 meets Aliens. And then it turns out that it's not Aliens. It's just the Payday 2 guy made another 4-person co-op game where you're shooting a whole shitload of horrific zombie mutant things.
They got it in the chat. It was Dear Esther is the one I was thinking of.
Dear Esther's,
There's a lot of narrative first-person walking simulators, and I play a bunch of them.
Mhm.
Also, the game I was just talking about called GTFO.
Oh yeah, that is the worst name.
Yeah, so this name was actually known for a while. Anyone who's been following like the Payday devs have been talking about it. 10 Chambers has been known for a while. I knew about GTFO, but I completely forgotten about it.
I didn't never heard about this.
Yeah, me neither. And then they showed Metro Exodus, like trailer thing. So
Did we skip a game?
We skipped tons of games. He's just kind of jumping around.
yeah,
Okay.
we skipped Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we should
cool.
talk about. Yeah, like we were saying, I just want to see more than two characters.
I want to see Helix
dueling.
I want to see if Ivy is just a human-sized boob at this point.
Which, by all accounts, she should be at this point.
I mean,
it's been enough
the
time.
Progression.
Yeah, her evolution.
I forget what the girl, Sophia. I forget which girl they did show. She was definitely pretty jiggly in her slow motion backflips. So I mean, they're definitely not shying away from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Mitsurugi was the other one they showed.
For like half a second, right?
Well, they were fighting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Who... Oh, right, we don't know who the other guy was because they didn't actually show his face, right?
They
At the end.
then they showed like a double-sworded person's
Perhaps a new
So
character.
there will be new characters. I mean, of course.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
Also, hopefully Yoda comes back so nobody can hit him.
Well, here's the question: who's going to be the crossover character this time? Because it was Ezio last time.
Oh, man.
for Soul Calibur 5?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't remember him being in that.
Ezio was in Soul Calibur 5.
What about 4?
That was Yoda, the Apprentice, and Darth Vader.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I don't know who could they put this time. Who's popular?
Mario.
Yep,
Mario.
that would be hilarious. Throws his hat, makes him walk off the edge.
Aloy? Could they put Aloy in that game?
Okay. Sure.
Someone from Bloodborne?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay,
They put in one of the Avengers. Hawkeye finally gets his time to shine.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
2B in the chat is a great suggestion. Actually, that'd be cool.
Yeah, 2B. That would be pretty interesting, and it would work really well.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be cool. Some Marth Crom.
Just random characters that have a sword at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One part that's real good you should look up from the Game Awards is from Hazelight. The dude's name is Joseph. Jeff Keighley brought him on the stage to talk a little bit about A Way Out, which that's the game from the people who did Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. And he would not get off the stage, and he kept just saying "fuck the Oscars" and flipping the camera off. And it was weird. It was a weird moment, but it was pretty funny, and you should look up that clip.
It was pretty good. You could feel the uncomfortableness coming from Jeff Keighley too. It was
Well, I
pretty
mean, they
good.
even kept talking about like, wait, do I have any time left? No, you don't. Okay, well, give me like 1 second, 1 second. Give me 1 second, 1 second,
Yep.
1 second, and then he would just go off into another tangent about something.
He is never coming back. He's never being allowed on again. But man. Also, somebody tweeted me something that somebody from EA said about the whole fuck the Oscars thing. They said, Joseph, as a personality, is a plus. His passion is great, but needs to watch out for controversy.
Sure.
Which,
Yep.
you know what? Yeah. I hope it doesn't come back to bite him in the ass or anything. I hope that game's good, too. The Way Out looks cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game. Like, Brothers was phenomenal. They showed the new map for PUBG, the sand one. They said they gave the release date. The PC release date is going to be the 20th.
Mm-hmm. The official release date. Yep.
Version 1.0. Map goes live. It was tonight in the test server. There was something for December 12th. I can't remember what it was.
That's
Are you thinking of the Xbox launch? And that was December 20th as well. The early access launch for Xbox.
It's the Xbox preview. So that's probably a demo. I'm assuming you could probably download.
Well, it's their early access thing because they have early access.
Oh, I see.
I don't think that's
what
what
they
was
call
on
it.
December 12th. I can't quite remember though, but I know 20th is the 1.0 release for the PC. They said.
Yep. That's the release day. Yep.
Yeah. Any other news? Okay. I've lost track.
Not really.
No. Okay.
Some good music stuff happened. Worth checking out. That orchestra. Kind of cool to have the Video Game Awards orchestra on standby.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We did it.
Game Awards. Some more conventional news that happened this last week.
Mm-hmm.
Portal bridge building game was announced.
What?
Yeah, so you can use portals to make a bridge to get your little cart across. There's a really short little trailer of GLaDOS smashing some trucks, and it's a big bridge constructor game. Portal themed. That's coming out.
Weird.
I'm trying to see if they gave any kind of release date or anything. Bridge Constructor Portal will be out on PC, Mac, Linux, and mobile on December 20th. It'll be coming to PS4, Switch, and Xbox early next year. So that's weird.
Yeah, for sure.
So the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie, it was announced that Ryan Reynolds will be voicing Pikachu.
Yep. What a missed opportunity to have Danny DeVito.
I know. I think everybody was saying.
I know. Everyone really wanted Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito would have been amazing. There's still that like fan mashup thing of someone putting it together, but it's gonna be Ryan Reynolds. Sure. Okay. I still can't believe that movie's happening.
Yeah.
Mario and Rabbids a few days ago. Actually on December 8th, got a free competitive multiplayer mode added to it, so you can play against your friends, which is kind of cool.
That seems interesting. I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Local only though.
I didn't know that, but of course, because Nintendo hates us.
Yep, that's fine.
I think that might have been more a Ubisoft call than anything.
Ubisoft understands the internet, man. I don't know if that's Ubisoft. Speaking of Ubisoft, though, they've delayed some stuff. Far Cry 5 is now coming out March 27th. I'll note, I don't remember what the original release dates for any of these are, so I don't know how much they've been delayed. Mm-hmm. The Crew 2 is now going to be sometime between April and September of 2018. And one quote from this article is, in addition, one of the 3 unannounced franchise games initially planned for release in fiscal 2018-19 will now be in fiscal 2019-20. So something big was getting pushed back another year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or that means the studio's shutting down or something.
Maybe. They do have studios everywhere.
That would be really too bad.
Oops, I just accidentally turned off my camera.
Okay, I'm glad it was just you and not
I was wondering
program.
about that.
Yep, no, that's fine.
This is kind of interesting. I haven't played Overwatch in a bit, but they're bringing back their Christmas mode with May's Snowball Fight. There's now also going to be what is basically... what was that 4v1 game? Evolve. It's basically Evolve. Right. Everyone plays as May, except one person plays as like a raged out Winston, and Winston has to creep around collecting resources before he can throw off on his ult and then try and destroy all the Mays, which sounds kind of interesting. It sounds exactly like Evolve, like to a T. But that begins December 12th. I'll actually probably jump back in to give that a try. That seems like it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And I will let you take these next ones.
Okay. That must mean it's time to talk about the biggest announcement, Mega Man 11. Oh, shit. Okay, here's the thing. They could have made a bigger announcement, and that's obviously like Legends 3 or whatever you want to call it.
They're never going to do it. Not without Inafune. They'd never do it.
Totally. I know. I'm excited, though. Mega Man 11. I feel maybe it's just like people I follow on Twitter or like things I look at on the internet regularly. I feel like it's been a pretty like tepid response, but I'm super stoked about getting another true Mega Man game. And I like the style, even though I know some people don't, from what we've seen so far. So I don't know. I think it probably
This is all because of the 30th anniversary, right?
Right, next
this
year.
Was during a 30th anniversary stream.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. That's all I have to say about it. I would like to see a little bit more, maybe, and I'm not gonna get too excited because it's still a good amount of time away, but I really like Mega Man games, and after Mighty Number 9 didn't scratch that itch I wanted, I'm happy that this probably will.
I saw some people saying that Mega Man 11 looks like Mighty Number 9.
No, it looks way better.
Okay. I saw a couple comments.
I've seen people saying that, but I feel the same way, that it looks way better.
Yeah, it's because one of the stages is very much like a Mighty Number 9 stage that they showed.
Did we talk about the other things they announced too?
No, not yet.
Now's the time to do that.
Do you want to take it from me? You can go ahead.
Sure. Sorry,
I thought we were
jumping to the next one. Yeah, so they announced that the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 are coming to the Switch.
Yep.
And they also announced that a Mega Man X collection of X1 to, I believe they said 1 to 8, actually.
8. They did say 1 to 8. All 8.
Yep. Are coming out for Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and next gen PC.
I'm so fucking happy. Because, first of all, I want everything on the Switch. There's that.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't have most of the X games because they're either kind of hard to find now, or I don't want to pay the prices for some of them because they're kind of garbage. I will totally pay an easy to download thing on this handheld device. Like, I'm super excited to play those games. So, yeah. Also, Mega Man X is like one of my favorite games of all time. So, another reason to buy that. I'm all in. But yeah. I do feel for 30th anniversary, it felt a little short. I feel like they could have done one more thing, but I'm happy either way. So, it's all good.
Well,
I don't think Capcom's fully convinced that it's going to sell well, but obviously they think it's going to sell well enough to warrant it existing.
Yeah, I don't know that they're wrong. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Mega Man these days, so I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, that's because they haven't really done much with Mega Man.
It's true.
For years.
It's true.
It's pretty easy to get forgotten when nothing comes out involving you.
And the one thing that's similar is like the worst fucking Kickstarter gong show and kind of a PR circus and disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the what's the 3DS download ones that are really similar called?
You mean Azure Striker Gunvolt?
Yeah, those ones. I hear good things about those.
Yeah,
those are fun.
I never did play those. I should check those out. I have heard good things.
You can get them on the Switch.
Yep,
and there's a couple of them.
Is there?
There's 2, and then there's Mighty Gunvolt, and there's like Mighty Gunvolt Break, which is also on the Switch.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe I'll check those out. This other one is a little bit of a rumor thing. It's half rumor, half something that's happening. So, Bandai Namco is holding an event, and apparently they're going to announce new games on December 15th. One of the games that has been quote-unquote verified is Dark Souls Collection on Switch. Or Dark Souls 1, on Switch.
I was going to say.
So this is weird because the guy who said this is Marcus Sellers, who is a editor and reviewer. I can't remember what he writes for. I'm trying to look it up here as we speak. So he possibly has like an in. He might also be just like vying for attention. But he deleted the tweet like soon after he said it, and there are like screenshots of him saying it and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. I would be stoked. The other games that are alleged coming for it, this is why I'm a little like, I don't know, man. One Piece Dawn, Soul Calibur 6, My Hero Academy, and Xenosaga HD Collection, which is like also the big one that
that would be wow.
That's what.
Also, when they just announced Soul Calibur 6, they didn't say Switch.
Right. That's why I'm a little suspect now. That's the thing.
Did they say systems for Soul Calibur 6 at all?
Oh wait, I don't actually know that they did.
I was just seeing in the chat when we were talking about it, someone said it is not coming to Switch.
Okay. Yeah, so this is all suspect, but
they probably just did PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
It does sound like Bandai Namco is going to be announcing some stuff on the 15th, so we'll look out for that. I'm hoping Xenosaga HD like I want it. I want.
I
it
mean,
so
like
bad.
they remade some of the Xenosagas for like Game Boy Advance or DS, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did this.
Sure. Also, Dark Souls on Switch is like a dream. I don't think I could ever.
Magical
have-
Gamer in the chat says PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have to see. We'll have more on that, obviously, when actual news comes out for it. But I do like the just speculating that might happen. I think that's it, though, for stuff for news. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's do some questions.
Yep.
People want to send questions in. It's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, the Discord channel, John's P.O. Box. I'll read this first one from Luke, I think.
Okay.
So there was a marathon of The Santa Claus starring Tim Allen on TV, and I remember liking those movies. Then the third one played. That is a terrible movie. Plot and pacing mostly. To tie it to the podcast, is there any video game from your past that you guys decided to revisit which just doesn't hold up anymore? Guilty pleasures, not a real answer, but good to hear regardless. So a game you liked in the past, but you played it recently and it sucks.
Didn't Santa Claus 3 come out like way later, and that's probably why it sucks?
That's what I thought
Oh,
too,
no.
yeah.
Santa
I've
Claus
seen all
1,
three.
okay. Santa Claus 1, 1994.
Right.
Santa Claus 2, 2002.
Okay.
And Santa Claus 3, 2006.
I would say Santa Claus 2 and 3 are both really bad. Santa Claus 1 is a great movie. That's a good time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Although I will say there's a scene in Santa Claus 3 where they go back in time and you get to see young Tim Allen again. And it's like, oh yeah, Santa Claus 1, that's a good movie. So it does have that part to it.
Where it reminds you of when it was better, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. A game that we revisit that just doesn't hold up anymore. Like, as much as I loved the system, most PlayStation 1 games, early 3D.
Sure. I mean, early 3D is a real
Yeah.
easy one, right?
Yeah.
So like a lot of N64 stuff, a lot of PS1 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're definitely going to look like trash.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm trying to think of like a specific game. I don't go back and play games that often, so it's
Right.
I guess with the SNES Classic, original Mario Kart I think looks so bad. Like specifically any Bowser stage, it just looks like actual just like static on your TV when you look at like what you're driving on, like it looks like actual garbage.
Like,
I mean, it still plays
Castlevania
fine.
1
It's still, yeah.
is kind of unplayable to me now. There's just something about it. It just feels bad playing that game.
Also, what's the F-Zero game on the SNES Classic? Is it just? It's not F-Zero, is it?
Yeah, it's just F-Zero.
Probably.
Just
Yeah.
F-Zero. I think that game doesn't look good at all. It also just looks like static.
I don't mind that game, actually, the way it looks.
Okay.
I like the original F-Zero.
Well, again, they all play fine. I just think they
Sure.
look so bad.
Mm.
Excite Bike was never good. I'm gonna say that.
Okay. That's probably
Excite Bike
fair.
Was never fun. And if you say it was fun, you're lying and you know it.
I was from the era where that was one of the few games we had to play, and I enjoyed it back then. I can definitely see where you're coming from, though, and I think I agree with you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Like,
But I never played the N64 one, so I don't know.
I haven't played that. I've only ever played the NES one, and I've played it a few times over the years, and every time it's just like, yeah, why? This is bad. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be in a mood to play Excite Bike.
Diablo
What
2 is real bad.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
John, why don't you take this next one?
All right. From VGC Kenny. Last week, you guys got asked a bunch of questions about gifts, which reminded me of another question you got about gifts from a few years back. This was a worst gift question, and Paul answered that as a teenager, one of his friend's parents was getting them a gift, and they asked, "What do kids like these days?" And wound up getting Paul's friend a Soul Decision CD, with their hit Faded.
He was
I don't
so
know what
mad.
I didn't know.
It was so good. And it was his aunt. And she cried because she's like, it was the most awkward family drama while I was standing there, and I was like, oh, this is...
Oh, that's not good?
It was bad. Yeah.
I didn't know what that was, so I decided to look it up, and I immediately thought it was cheesy and dopey. I kept listening to it over and over because it was so cheesy, but eventually I stopped listening to it for those reasons and started listening to it as a decent song.
Yeah.
Or at least one that's catchy enough to stick with me. Sorry for the long preamble, but I decided to get that out of my system.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what is something that you started out liking ironically, but then somewhere down the line it changed into an actual appreciation for it? I have a sneaky suspicion that John doesn't need to answer this. Cool. Thank you.
God damn it.
Why doesn't John need to answer this? Is this
Faded by
I'm
Soul
going to mute
Decision.
my mic for the rest of this question. There we go.
I mean, I feel like I do that with songs a lot. Well, not even a lot, really. I don't know. I don't enjoy a lot of music ironically. I just enjoy what I enjoy at that time.
Yeah, I feel like liking stuff ironically is more of like a teen thing for sure.
Totally, yeah.
Where at this point it's just like, I don't care.
Right.
I like this. Like why would I care what you think? So music's an easy one if I'm thinking back to like as a teenager. I'd probably say I'm more into pop music than I was.
Okay.
I don't know if I ever really said I like this ironically. I'm trying to think. John, do you have something like super obvious? Like I'm kind of curious.
Everything.
Okay.
No, I don't need to have an actual answer because that's just me. I like things ironically till it's not ironic anymore, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually a super hard question for me because I don't give a shit about liking stuff, so I don't really like things ironically.
What about ever? What about ever?
Yeah.
Have you ever had Stockholm Syndrome in some way?
Yeah, probably. I'm just trying to think of what that would be. It would have definitely been around, like, teenage years for sure. I remember thinking Parappa the Rapper was silly, but then, like, really appreciating it the more I got into it because that game is silly. Like, it's an appreciation that grows on you, I think, pretty quick. Maybe, like... Oh, that's not even really an answer.
Yeah, I can't think of one. I can't think of one.
Yeah, I can't even.
All right.
Sorry.
Paul, you got this last question.
All right. From Winged Wolf. I remember playing Star Wars Empire at War when I was younger, and I know there have been multiple Star Wars strategy games, so question. Since EA has the license to Star Wars games, think we'll ever see a Star Wars strategy game again? Real-time or turn-based?
No, because they got rid of Westwood, and I don't think EA thinks strategy games can sell anymore. Because when's the last Command & Conquer we got?
I don't actually know.
Yeah. That's how long it's been. Although Mario and Rabbids did just win Strategy Game of the Year.
Ooh, good point.
Yeah, I don't...
Command & Conquer... there was a 2013 reboot of Command & Conquer that got canceled.
Oh,
great. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, I guess when you're making a strategy game, it's going to be for a smaller audience, and then, like, EA's not all about smaller audiences at all anymore.
Right.
And Mario and Rabbids was successful probably because they were able to throw Mario into that. Yeah, I can't see one anytime soon. If Battlefront 2 had done better, then I would have easily said no way, but maybe they're looking for, like, anything at this point.
I found the answer.
Okay.
For Command & Conquer. Command & Conquer Tiberium Alliances is a military sci-fi massively multiplayer online real-time strategy video game developed by EA Phenomic and published by EA as a free-to-play online-only browser game.
Okay.
Officially released May 24th, 2012.
Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
How do the, like, Warhammer Dawn at War games do? Or any of them, I guess, that are strategy-based?
And decently well, man.
I don't know. I feel like there's a million Warhammer games, so they must do okay.
Yeah.
They just put out Halo Wars 2. So
Oh, yeah, that's true,
about
too.
that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they would sooner be a Star Wars MOBA.
I feel like there probably is a mobile Star Wars.
No,
thing.
not mobile, like a MOBA.
No, that's what I mean. Like a mobile MOBA.
Oh, okay.
I could see that existing,
One of those,
and we don't know about it.
Momo Buzz.
Right. The MOBAs. Right.
A Mom Oba.
Yep, MOBA.
Mamba. One of those Mambas.
Oh man, I hate Mambas.
Classic Mambas right here.
That's how you know the show's over.
Yeah, I think that's about
Yeah.
it. We've been talking into microphones for too long. If people want to send in questions next week, it is topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, the Discord channel, John's P.O. Box. Games of the week.
Nier.
Yeah, mine's Nier.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yakuza 0, because I ain't giving it to Mega Man X6.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally. Totally. All right.
Winged Wolf says in the chat, time to go download the new Breath of the Wild DLC. That is correct. It is time to go download the new Breath of the Wild DLC.
Yep.
All right. See you guys next week. Later.
Bye.